Taka, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day, your very busy day, which I'm pretty sure it is, for doing this podcast. Tell me about yourself. We just got through having lunch, so I heard a lot of it then, but now I have to do it for the podcast. So, okay, tell me about yourself. Where were you born?
First of all, I was born in Tanabe, in Wakayama. It's a local, very local city. Mm-hmm. 60,000, people living only in Japan. It's a small town. And I was raised over there until 14, 15 years old. Mm-hmm. And then my family actually moved to Shikoku, to Tokushima. Oh. And I finished my high school over there. And then I came to Tokyo for university.
Okay.
And after university, I went outside Japan, and I traveled for 7-8 years.
Yeah. What did you study in university? What were you interested in? When you in the university, what were you interested in?
Yeah, I was at TOHDAI, University of Tokyo.
You went to TOHDAI?
Yeah.
Wait, for those people that don't know, TOHDAI is equivalent to Harvard.
Exactly.
Or Yale.
Yeah.
Or Princeton. You went to TOHDAI?
Yes.
So you must have loved school.
I liked, I like to study. Yeah.
Wait, do you have siblings? Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Who? What are you? Are you number one or two? Or?
Number one. Yeah. I'm the eldest.
The eldest.
Yeah.
The one they were the strictest with. Okay. So what do you have after you? You have a sister, or brother?
Brother and sister. Yeah.
Okay. How many years difference between you and your?
4 and 3.
So your brother's 4 years younger than you, and then.
My sister is 7 years.
7 years difference. Okay. Are you close with your brother and sister?
Pretty close, yeah.
Are they both still in Japan?
Yeah.
Do they speak as many languages as you?
My sister speaks English.
Okay.
And my brother speaks a bit of English.
Did he go to TOHDAI too?
No. He was into design.
Okay.
And, so
more creative.
Different journey. Yeah.
What about your sister?
My sister finished university in Kansai area.
Okay.
And then she started working and she met her husband.
Yeah. Is your brother married too?
Yes.
So all of them have kids?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been an uncle for a long time, huh?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So did your father go to TOHDAI, or your father or mother? Did either one of them go to TOHDAI?
No.
They didn't. But your father, did he go to college, your father?
College, yeah.
And your mother, did she go?
No, she didn't go to college. No.
Okay.
At that time, Japanese women
we weren't
supposed to
right.
be educated.
That's true. That's true. But I was just interested because to go to TOHDAI, that's no small feat. My goodness.
Yeah.
TOHDAI. So what did you study at TOHDAI?
I studied French literature. That's why I speak French.
You speak Japanese, French, English, and you said.
Some words in Spanish.
In Spanish. Wow. So go on. So you said you finished college, then you left Japan, and you went where?
I went to Malaysia.
Why Malaysia?
I actually applied for a job with Club Med.
Okay.
Club Med is French at that time French resort organization company, and because of my French, they were looking for somebody who speaks French and who can teach us how to sail.
Okay.
So I applied for a sailing instructor job, and I got it. And I was posted to Malaysia.
Did you sail when you were in at university? Did you? You started. You became you got into the sailing club at TOHDAI.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was it, like a 2-man team or three? Was it a 2-man team, and what were you on? What did you sell? What did you sell?
I sailed
in college.
470.
What's 470?
70 is a 470, 4 meter, 70 centimeter long. 470. Okay. Yeah.
That's in college.
Yeah, it's in college. Yeah, and that's kind of a world class. Even now they have 470.
But is that for one person?
No, 2 person.
2 people, right? Because one guy has to balance the other side, right?
Exactly.
You're on those rails.
Yeah.
Right, and then you have 1 sail or 2?
2.
2 sails.
Yeah.
All right.
Main sail and jib sail.
Jib sail, okay. So do you have positions? Both of you can do everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the skipper and the crew. So skipper does all the steering.
The steering, okay.
and the skipper goes,
Left to right.
left, and try to balance the boat.
I didn't tell you this over lunch, but I did windsurfing once.
Okay.
Okay, and I could go out, but I didn't know how to get back in. I couldn't get back in. And I'm still wondering, how can you come into the wind?
You can go upwind like 45 degrees with a sailing boat or windsurfing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you cut back in.
Yeah.
45?
You
and that would bring you back?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I couldn't get back in. They had to come out in a boat to get me.
Yeah.
That must be common.
Typical.
That's typical. Yeah, I had a good time when as long as I was going the direction of the wind.
Yeah.
But to come back and get back. All right, so you did that in college.
Yeah.
Were you on a team? The sailing team in college? College team, okay. Okay, so that got you into Club Med, and from Club Med, what happened there while you were in Malaysia?
That's my first job, encounter with Club Med. Club Med is really fantastic resort. And at that time, we didn't have any, no TV, no radio, no newspaper, nothing in the resort.
Right.
And there wasn't even a key to lock the door.
Okay.
Everything was really kind of primitive.
What year are we talking about now?
1980.
1980, okay.
So it was a great experience, and I really loved it. And at first I thought maybe I would do it only for 6 months, because that was a 6-month contract.
Mm-hmm.
And graduating, finishing TOHDAI, and then I went to this kind of part-time job, 6 months, and everybody thought I was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I did 6 months. I really liked it. I learned quite a lot of things.
Okay.
I lived in Japan for like 20-some years.
Before you left, right?
Yeah. And then for me, everything was so new, so
fresh.
So
what are some of the things that really stick in your mind now that you just felt, this is not Japanese, this is really different? What made you feel that way when you went to Club Med that you liked?
People really relaxed.
You think
tight?
Okay.
In Japan, people are really tight,
okay.
right? And all the Japanese education, through Japanese education, they you kind of in a mold to work for Japanese companies as kind of one of the gear of the machine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I didn't really like that, and that's why I didn't really find a job in Japan.
But TOHDAI is the elite. That's the epitome of Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, of constriction. You go to TOHDAI, you're expected to say ware ware everywhere.
Yeah.
We. You don't say I.
So some of my friends, they went to Ministry of Finance.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Went to all the trading firms,
Mm-hmm.
Mitsubishi,
Mm-hmm.
and all these really great jobs.
Right.
And I started working as a sailing instructor, in Malaysia.
Are you still friends with any of them?
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
But some just said, okay, Taka's
They-
a little crazy.
They thought I was.
Yeah, he's a little crazy, so let's leave him alone. He's not right. And and today you're still not communicating with them.
No, I communicate.
Oh, you can.
with them,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you did that. So that's one thing. The constriction, you felt it was different. It was more relaxed. What else did you feel that was different from Japan that you liked when you went to Malaysia?
I think that people, different people. You're meeting different people every day. It's in Japan, it's a monoculture, right? And if you go out in Europe, especially we received quite a few European guests.
Mm-hmm.
So French, German, Brit, and sometimes Americans.
Every now and then, right?
People are different,
Mm-hmm.
and that really kind of cosmopolitan, environment, and also the workers. We used to call a gentle organizer.
Gentle organizer.
Geo in the
That's nice.
Quebec.
Okay.
And a lot of different nationalities. And I really found it really fantastic
Right.
to be to work in a really international environment.
But didn't that make you feel proud to be Japanese because you were your own identity then? Or did you want to not be Japanese?
I felt really big difference, right?
Okay.
Being Japanese and comparing with other people, different physically and psychologically,
Okay.
mentally, and a lot of things different. And I started looking at Japan and Japanese really objectively,
Okay.
just looking at other people, other countries.
Right.
So
Okay. So after you finished at Club Med, where did you go from there? After you finished your time up at Club Med, what was the next big journey?
6 months in Malaysia, and then went to New Caledonia.
Okay.
And from New Caledonia, I went to Morocco.
That's been
One
interesting.
Club Med resort in Morocco, in the Mediterranean, called Yasmina. There's a place called Yasmina. And after that, I went to St. Moritz
Okay.
in
St. Moritz, right.
Switzerland.
Uh-huh.
And then from there to Mexico, Cancun.
All the time teaching sailing.
No.
Okay.
Not only
Sailing. So you changed your position. You started going.
profession, sometimes public relations, sometimes water sports manager,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes annex restaurant chief. The position I held in Cancun, Mexico.
Okay.
So changing sometimes jobs, but moving every 6 months.
Okay.
And between 6 months, you have like a 2 weeks kind of vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Either you spend your time in Paris or New York or Tokyo. So I really enjoyed this free time,
Right.
mingling with the customers I met
Mm-hmm.
in the Club Med resort.
Right.
They said, "Yeah, come and see me, come and see us." So it was really, really fun.
But you never felt, by you having a TOHDAI diploma, that you weren't doing less than you were supposed to? Because you're Harvard, you're TOHDAI.
Yeah.
You never felt that maybe you're not working at your fullest potential?
Yeah, you know what, I didn't like the kind of clan, TOHDAI clan, KO clan, Waseda clan, all these people really, they stick together. And I mean, it's a great, but I wanted to start from scratch. I wanted to start from zero.
You did.
I myself, I'm not, so I threw away everything and I started from scratch.
And you did it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Now that everyone's starting to talk about self-learning and how universities, no matter what level they are pretty much limiting your ability.
Yeah.
And people are saying, let me find out what I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
That's happening more now. And you were doing that before people were starting to do that.
It's really crazy. I was very marginal.
It's been good for you.
Yeah.
It worked out for you. It's worked out for
We'll
you.
see.
Because you're married, you're married, you've been married, you just told me, 30 years now.
30 years, yeah.
The same person.
Same
married
person.
you. All right. I know your wife. I mean, I'm very, very knowledgeable of your wife and your two kids. And one of your oldest, your daughter became a doctor now.
Yeah.
Will you tell it? Tell me about your wife,
Yeah.
and your daughter and your son.
So, my both kids, they went through your gymnastics club, right? They really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And especially my son,
Yes.
he did, during his
Senior
high
year.
school.
Yes, last year. He came back to me.
How to tumble,
Yeah, again.
bit. He loved it.
He had the ability. He was so quick.
Yeah. So, I mean, I come from Club Med. I'm a sports freak.
Mm-hmm.
Really. I love, snowboarding, skiing, surfing, tennis, and all these things.
Right.
And my wife used to work as a ski instructor.
Okay.
So she loves
skiing.
She runs a lot.
I was going to say, she's an avid runner. She had that group at the club.
Yeah.
They ran all the time.
Yeah.
They'd come back and they said, "Where'd you go?" They said, "Around the palace 6 times." And they came back, "What?
Yeah.
You went that far? Come on."
Yeah. So, both of us very, very sporty.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we involved our kids already from, year
That's
zero.
right. That's all I know. You're right.
And they were on the ski slope already, at the age of 1 or something like that. They were in the water at the age of 1 and started, swinging a tennis racket at the age of 3 or 4 or something like that. So they are very sporty. So my daughter is doing her residency in Hawaii at the moment to become a sports medicine doctor. So it's I think it's really her profession, I guess. Yeah.
She's been saying she wanted to be a doctor for a while.
Yeah, because of your wife.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But she's really something. I mean, that she's done. But your family's only shown me that. From your son, I've had the opportunity to work with him. From your wife, when she wanted to get her job, at a later time, she did. All of you've always achieved the things you've gone after.
Yeah.
And you did, even if it was difficult, you still did it. And if you didn't make it, which I can't think of a time that you didn't or it didn't happen when you went to, you had a good attitude about it.
Yeah,
okay, next.
Yeah, it's always challenging a little bit, And I guess that comes from sports. Running, you try to run faster, you work on it, you do a lot of effort, and you can make for example, less than 4 hours in a full marathon. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You work on it, and then the next time probably you do it. So it's a challenge.
Right.
And that kind of mentality, I think, I share with my wife.
Right. And you spread that through your family for sure.
Yeah.
They have that. So they don't have any boundaries except for what they think.
Yeah.
They do everything they go after.
Yeah.
Because I was saying, like with your son, I can only relate to the gymnastics part. He came in with about 3 or 4 other high school guys that wanted to get a back handspring.
Yeah.
Your son got it the first day.
Really?
Kid, you go first day. And then I said, getting it's not hard. Keeping it is the issue.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of adrenaline pumping through and everything.
Yeah.
He did, and each time he came back, he kept on doing it.
Yeah.
He had it. And I knew that was because of the two of you, your wife and you. That's interesting. So tell me, so after you finished Club Med, what did you do from there?
Working in the resort, I was asked to work in the Tokyo office of Club Med in 1987. And I came back to Tokyo and started working in sales marketing and HR, and learning a lot of different functions in the office. And then I assisted the opening of first Club Med resort in Japan.
Where was that located?
Club Med Sapporo in Hokkaido.
It's Hokkaido. Wow.
It's a ski resort.
Is it still there now?
It's still there. Yeah.
Still there. Wow.
And after that, 1990, I went to New Caledonia for a special project. I had a kids project. We were working with, at that time they called that Fukutake Shoten. It's what's the name of the company now? It's Okayama-based education company. I forgot the name. And then they had summer camp for the kids.
Okay.
And tied up with Club Med. And I was setting up a special summer camp for the kids in the New Caledonia Club Med. And then I flew there, I was preparing, and I met my wife. Yeah.
That's when the magic started to happen.
Yeah.
Your whole world changed.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. And then how long did you date before you got... Oh, you told me, but tell me again.
Yeah,
How long? You met her then?
That was in July 1990. Remember very, very well. And I was supposed to come back to Tokyo 2 weeks later. So I met my wife over there, and we really liked each other. And for me, in 3 days, I said, she's the one. So I called my Club Med office in Tokyo. I said, I have to stay 1 more week because, I cannot really leave the operation. I'm a bit worried about that. So I extended my stay over there. So instead of 2 weeks, I stayed 3 weeks.
Right.
And then we kind of really got very, very close. And we decided to get married.
Wow. My goodness. And that was in the same year. So the same year you met her, you got married the same year.
Yeah.
Wow, it's 30 years later, here you are.
Yeah, we are still together.
Because you have your, but you talked about your daughter as a doctor, and then your son is doing, Kim's doing.
He's working in New York, New York
Right.
City. He's working for PE, private equity.
Right.
Yeah, and he did the same university as.
Both of our sons. My youngest son and your only son went to the same university.
Yeah.
Miami University, right? Wow.
UM.
You're University of Miami. I keep on doing the opposite. University of Miami. So then from there, after that, after you met your wife and then you got married, how'd your life change from then?
Actually, her mom was living in Hawaii, so I went to see her, and my wife was staying with her mom, right? And I said, yeah, I'd like to marry her, and she said, okay, no problem. So she came back to Tokyo with me, my wife, and we were married in December 1990. And then I decided next year, 1991, I decided to go to business school.
Okay.
I don't know, I was wanting to really learn a lot of things, and I said, okay, I have to go to business school to learn about business. And I chose a school called INSEAD in Paris, near Paris.
Okay.
There's a place called Fontainebleau.
So you did the studying in French?
Yeah.
Okay.
French and English.
Okay.
Yeah. And my wife Laura, she came with me, and she got pregnant, and we had our daughter in the hospital in Fontainebleau in France.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I was just thinking, looking at you now, Taka, some people sometimes when you were in France mistaken you for a Frenchman, didn't they? Have you ever been mistaken for French?
No.
Never. They've always thought you were Asian.
Asian. Yeah.
Because I'm looking at, because I've met French people that look like you, it's similar.
Really?
Yes.
Really? I don't
If
know.
I want to think that way, yes. Or maybe it was some Japanese person trying to trick me.
Yeah, maybe a lot of Vietnamese.
Vietnamese go there.
Go there.
Yes, because they were in Vietnam before the other countries,
Exactly.
and they migrated a lot of Vietnamese there,
Yeah.
and they grew up there.
Yeah.
But see, when you stay in a place long enough, I think you start to develop some of the customs and features
Yeah.
and movements.
Agreed.
Because looking at your face, I started thinking, yes, I could see where people would think you were French because you have happy eyes and stuff. And I thought, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so then you went there. So then Laura came with you. You went to business school, and from there, where'd you go for
And
business?
then I was offered a job in the Brussels to work for a consulting firm. And then I had a call from Club Med saying, yeah, we have a country manager position in Club Med Japan. Would you like to take it? So I said, okay. I know Club Med very well. I really like the company. I love the concept. So I decided to take Club Med, Japan country manager position. And I came back to Japan.
That's when you went to Hokkaido.
No, I was based in Tokyo.
Tokyo at that time, okay.
But managing a resort in Hokkaido. And then I was managing a development project of Club Med Ishigaki.
They still have it?
Yeah.
They still have that?
Yeah, we opened in 1999.
99.
Club Med Kabira. This is a great resort as well. And it was nominated as the best resort
Worldwide? Or just in Asia?
Only in Asia.
Okay, in Asia. Because I think we've been to a Club Med. I think we went to the one in Saipan.
Saipan, there's no Club Med.
Then it must be in Guam.
Guam
It had to be
is
Guam.
PIC,
PSC.
Pacific Island.
Okay. But they don't have one in Saipan? There's no Club Med? Okay. Then I guess it was PIC we went to.
Yeah.
On one of those islands. Okay. Wow. That's nice. Okay, so tell me, you've done all that. You did the Club Med. Then from there, where did you go from there after you finished Club Med? That's not when you got to where you are now.
Club Med, I left in 2003. And I started working for a Japanese golf course management company called Pacific Golf Management,
Mm-hmm.
PGM.
Okay.
It's a pretty big organization now. At that time, when I joined, there were only 10 golf courses under in Japan.
Right.
And then golf courses were in trouble after bubble economy collapsed.
Right.
And a lot of golf courses were really, going through bankruptcy, Chapter 11, and all these things. So the Pacific Golf Management started buying all these difficult golf courses in difficulty, going through Chapter 11. In Japan, it's called Minji Saisei or Kaisha Kosei.
Right.
And everything was backed up by American fund. So I started working for the company, stayed like 7-8 years. And I went to Hokkaido. In Niseko, there's a resort management company, and they were looking for a CEO over there. I said, okay, I take it.
Right.
So because skiing, snowboarding, my sports.
Yeah, you pay to do that instead of being paid to do
Exactly.
it. So it's better. They're paying you to do something you do for free.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I went there, and it was a fantastic job, managing 2 golf courses, a big, huge ski resort, and 2 big hotels. One is called Niseko or Niseko Hilton.
How many rooms was in that one?
Hilton had like 500,
Wow.
600 rooms.
That's big. That's big.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hilton Niseko Village.
Right.
And the other one called Greenleaf Hotel.
Okay.
So I was managing these 2 hotels and ski resort and 2 golf courses. I mean, it was a fantastic job.
A dream come true.
Yeah, yeah.
And you had your family living up there with you
No,
too?
only myself.
Only yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And 3/11 happened. 2011. And then
The big tsunami, everything, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And tourism was really completely disaster that year. And all the international workers working in the Niseko, they went back to their countries.
Yes.
And then I lost my job.
There was nothing to do. Right?
Yeah, and I came back to Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that how you ended up here?
Yeah.
Okay. So where is here?
What's that?
You tell us, where are we now? Tell me about this. Now we're going to get into the meat of it, where we are.
Yeah, actually, one of my friends actually introduced me to this company. Company is called Blue Hearing K.K. And we import Danish and German hearing aids to Japan, and we sell. We have like 97 stores in Japan, and we sell hearing aids to hearing impaired.
But do you sell only to retailers?
Retail, yeah.
Okay, you don't sell individually. You can, but you don't.
No. We do retailing. That means we.
Oh, you're the one selling.
B2C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but don't you sell to shops so they hold your? No.
No. Actually,
You're only selling to the end user.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you don't sell to retailers.
No.
Okay.
I mean, my brother company. I have 2 brother companies in Japan, and they sell to other third-party retail stores.
Okay.
And we are doing intercompany retail, and it's we are probably one of the biggest retail customer to these 2 brother companies in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So explain how that works.
These 2 companies,
Right.
2 different brands,
Okay.
they import from Denmark and from Singapore,
Right.
and then they sell them to us, and we sell to our end users.
Ah. Okay. So you're not importing anything.
No. My brother companies
Do
they
all the
import.
importing,
Yeah.
and you're the ones that actually get it.
Exactly.
Okay, I see. I hear you. I got you. Wow. So how long have you been in this company?
9 years.
And you're the CEO,
Yes.
the head man in charge, the chief, the number 1 guy.
Yeah.
How many staff do you have?
We have 380 people.
300. Wait, how many offices do you have?
Office, we have only one here.
This office?
Very compact, very small office.
Right.
But we have 97 stores all over Japan.
That your people are in?
Yeah.
Okay, 97 stores. So I'm trying to get this under my head. Okay, so you have retail stores that you set up under the name of Bloom?
Yes.
They're called Bloom outlets, and they just only have your hearing aids in them.
Yes. Yes.
They don't sell other items?
Other items, yes, but mainly two brands. One brand is called Widex.
Which one is that?
This is a Signia.
Signia?
And I have another one over there.
Okay, those are.
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. So there's 3 brands here, or 4?
Only two brands. S
Okay.
and W.
Just okay. Wow. Because you let me try one
Yes,
set.
it's called.
Yeah, you had me try that. That was really interesting.
It's very slim rig, because a slim receiver in canal.
Right.
So this is the receiver.
Right, and this goes behind your ear.
Yeah, behind your
That is
ear,
interesting.
and then put it,
In your ear, and then you're good.
and then you hear.
You do. I mean, you do. You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I have them both on.
Yeah.
It also makes your voice even louder to yourself at the beginning.
Because this is not
Tuned to me.
fitted to your.
Once it's fitted to me, then it knocks out my voice, everything, and then it just seems natural.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, and this one is
A prototype.
This technology looks
Right.
like a bit
I like a pod.
earbud,
Earbud.
but this is a great technology as well. And this one
Is that out yet?
we will start selling in July this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so latest technology.
Right.
Yeah, and this one is called Widex Moment, and this one is kind of a artificial intelligence.
How?
So you use
So this is more expensive than this one?
the same
Price.
kind of price range.
Okay.
And this one detects how you use it.
And then
And
it's
it
just
knows-
to it.
So if you go to a noisy, environment,
Right.
it adjusts to the noisy environment, and then it cut the noise level,
Mm-hmm.
and then enhance the people voice
Okay.
automatically. And it changes automatically the setting.
So tell me, Taka, you play drums.
Yeah.
Now, just tell me a little bit. I'm going to get back to the earpods in a second. But you play drums.
Mhm.
How long have you been playing drums? I mean, when did you start doing that?
Yeah, I started playing when I was in university, so it's a long time ago. And I
Okay.
played 4 years straight. I was playing fusion music.
From the beginning, as soon as you got in university, you decided to get into drums?
Yeah.
Why? You always had an interest, or you just...
I always had interest. I didn't have any chance.
Okay.
And I came to Tokyo, and then I decided to play drums.
Okay.
Because in university, we have some music clubs, right?
Right.
So I started playing, at the beginning it's British rock.
Right. Infusion, yeah, I got you.
British rock, pops, and then at the end, fusion music.
Okay.
And then I stopped. And 2 years ago, I started again.
But more than 2 years ago, because you played at the club. What do you mean you stopped?
Yeah, but that was no practice.
That was just off
Just
to
went there
and played.
Yeah. So
How could you be that good and not ever practice? Because you played for the 4 years, and that was really impressive.
intense. Yeah.
Intense, okay.
Yeah.
So that was really good.
Yeah. And then I decided to come back to music 2 years ago.
Right.
And then I asked quite a few people, where can I go? Where can I go? And I picked up some jazz bars
Right.
where you can have a jam session.
Right. You just come up if you play. They say
You go
come
there,
up.
you take your sticks and
Right.
brushes.
Right.
You go there, you participate, and then they say, okay, what kind of song do you want to play? and it's okay. We do autumn leaves, we do
Right.
for sale,
Yes.
we do thereby starlight and all these things, and then we play. And I really love that.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Do you ever use any of these?
No, I don't use the.
Because I was wondering how this would work since you're a drummer.
Yeah.
How would that work if you had that in and you're playing, or would you have it while you're playing? You wouldn't do that, right?
I don't do that.
You just put in earplugs.
I don't use any.
Anything at all?
No, because we do not play really loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're playing really soft. Because you're using most of your brushes anyway.
Brushes, and of course, sticks.
Every now and then, okay.
But try to really
Keep it low.
keep it.
Right. My goodness.
So I'm having a blast at the moment with with drumming because it is great. It is great. And I heard you studied playing saxophone.
Yeah, I'm trying to play the sax. See, I want to get to the point to where I can play with people.
Yeah.
That's what because that's when you really learn.
Yeah.
You can do so much. I've been playing 4 years by myself, basically.
Yeah.
But if I can play with someone, so someday if we can get together,
Yeah.
maybe just you and I in the studio. I go to a studio. I rent the studio. It is a big one. And we can play until I get enough confidence. Then we can bring one more person in and be 3 of us. Just slowly.
We can do tap band.
Tap band. Then we can have our own band and do it. So what do you see for the future for your hearing aids? How much longer do you think you'll be here at Bloom? What do you see for your future at Bloom?
I think now we have a remote service, we call that. That means you don't have to go to a hearing aid store. You can communicate between yourself, your house, and the store on a remote setting, online.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can you can fit your hearing aid.
Upload.
And that would be fantastic. You don't have to go to the store anymore.
Right.
So that one thing that we are really chasing for, remote service. And
Well, how soon do you see that coming into effect?
now
It's already
we
working.
have that
You already do.
service already.
Right.
But now the Japanese market is not there yet, so we are trying to educate. Yeah, that's one thing. And second thing is like in Google, Yahoo, this kind of word of mouth, kind of with a number of stars,
Right.
right? You see a lot of restaurants.
Right.
They
5
have
star,
5-star,
3-star.
3.5,
Right.
all these things.
Uh-huh.
And in hearing aid stores, it is starting slowly.
Where they're rating each one, their experience.
Yeah. So I think we are working on that at the moment. People use more digital information. They get more information, online before they go to stores, hearing aid stores. So that's the second thing we are working on it. And number 3 is digital marketing. Google, Yahoo, Facebook, Line, all these things, utilize all these things, put advertising, try to get leads from online digital marketing tools.
Right.
We're working on that at the moment. So this is interesting. And one thing is if the IPS cell maybe start creating, the special cells in a year.
Let's say IPS. I'm not sure.
IPS is you reproduce the cells.
Okay.
Okay.
The cells of the body.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then if they have the technology reach to a certain level, they can reproduce the inner ear cells.
Right.
Probably we will not need
Any hearing aids.
aids,
Right.
maybe.
That's true.
So that's a bit of a scale part. But,
You mean not stem cells? Stem cells? Stem cell technology? Because right, I had a friend that had trouble walking.
Yeah.
He's an older guy.
Yeah.
And he went to Switzerland, one place, and got stem cells, and regrew a lot of the cartilage in his knee and everything, and now he's walking.
Yeah. It's, I think, a bit similar.
Similar to that, but it's not stem cells.
Yeah.
IPS?
IPS.
IPS,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's a bit of an interesting challenge, I guess. But it will not come very soon. And
You said it won't come soon?
no,
Okay. How far down the line do you see that?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is
Because technology's, it just has these quantum leaps now.
Yeah.
Of not, it could just, it's so rapid. It's not, it's like 100 times and then, 100,000 times and it keeps on, yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so if people want to contact you, how do they go about doing so? Because what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to, if you let me, I'll film some of your office.
Yeah.
I'll just film a little bit and I'll put that up above.
Yeah.
Like now while we're talking. So people, while we're talking right now, that will be showing.
Yeah.
Your office and everything you're doing. And then we'll go from there. How would people contact you?
For hearing aids?
Yes, for hearing aids.
I mean, they go, www, Bloom Hearing, and then they can see all the stores, what kind of products we offer, and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the price, I know you have quite an interesting price range.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
You mentioned that.
Yeah.
But those are phenomenal. I've been thinking about that because I have tinnitus.
Yeah.
And you said you have a hearing aid that cancels that out.
Yeah. There's a kind of a masking technology.
Mm-hmm.
We have a product called Zen. You know, like Zen.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a sound called factor. Hold on. A special sound that cancels out the tinnitus.
Right.
Yeah. And if you use the hearing aid that produces that kind of sound,
It does, yes.
you are not bothered by
At all.
tinnitus.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is
So that is, we are working with some doctors in Japan
Mm-hmm.
and trying to use this tool, this Widex Zen
Mm-hmm.
hearing aid, and some people are very happy.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't bother me. I mean, if I have to think about it to hear it, but I can hear it and then I forget about it because I have so many other things on my mind.
Exactly.
So it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It doesn't, some people can't sleep. Some people it's
At night because it's very quiet.
That's right. But
So
I don't. It
it's
doesn't bother
hearing
me.
aid.
I meditate at night. I meditate in the morning. So it doesn't. I have to think about it. But when I think about it, I can hear the ringing.
Yeah.
But I do have to think about it. That's interesting. Would you like to leave with any words or anything like that? Or you
About
comments? No, anything. Your final words, final comments.
well,
For this podcast, because I want to come back again.
anyway, thank you for really taking this. I mean, giving me this opportunity. This is, you and me, we see each other very
Forever.
often. I say hi.
How many years? How many
Yeah.
years you gonna remember?
And sometimes I was snowboarding, and then they pushed, with
Told me,
my-
and you shouldn't. You
they
called me.
called you.
Right. You said, no, it's no, somebody called that.
Yeah. But it's a great to talk.
It is, it
with
is.
you like this
It is.
and try to
I'm so
get
happy
to know
that you
each
did this.
other more.
Right.
I think so, and also the what you're doing with this podcast.
Mm.
I think this is a great thing
Thank you
you're
so
doing,
much.
and really
Thank
appreciate
you so much.
that you picked up me
No.
to have a number 40.
Yeah, that's right. You're going to be number 40. That's
Yeah,
right. No, it's such a pleasure that you've accepted it and that you invited me to your office. I really appreciate this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I want to tell all of you, please make sure that you click like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And never forget, all of this is on loan, and continue to reach for the stars.